Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about a DIY that I've created. It's for my craft room. I had this empty space here. If you took a tour of my craft room in previous videos, I'll link it down below. I have this space that sits right above my long console here. I just needed to fill in the space. Now, we recently went away to Chicago and took a ferry boat across Lake Michigan, which I talked a little bit about in previous videos. And this definitely was inspired by a ferry ride we took over. And I saw the nautical ropes and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna incorporate a little bit of, I'm not even sure, like maybe it's a little bit more nautical boho. So I've taken a bunch of things from the Dollar Tree, which you guys know I often do, to be like the focal point, and then I want to work around it by adding other things. It could be nautical themed, boho themed, words, letters, but I need to practice my printing or my handwriting or my calligraphy. And that is something I'm going to have to take a class from. And so I'm going to go back to Skillshare and actually take one of their classes. I did start and I didn't finish. I really need to take the time to practice. And Skillshare has sponsored this video. If you haven't heard of Skillshare, they are an awesome supporter of this community. They have thousands of classes that take you anywhere from business to crafts to productivity, just learning to time manage. There is something on the platform for everyone. If you want to take a look down in the description below, Skillshare is offering the first 500 members who follow that link 2 free trial months. Definitely take a peek. There is so much on that platform. You can develop different techniques with creativity, videography, photography. If you want to practice your lettering, I know that there's the Cricut machine and the silhouette machine, but some of us don't have that. So freehanding is the option sometimes to do DIYs with. So definitely take a peek. You will be amazed at what they have. Over 25,000 classes available. So don't forget to follow the link. I want to say thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the DIY. I will talk a little bit about different options and how to change things up to suit your style, but I hope you guys enjoy.
So I just wanted to let you know you can purchase these stove covers at the Dollar Tree, and I am going to give you some suggestions here on repurposed items that I found in my craft room, such as this little item is from Dollar Tree with a mirror. This is the little paint tray. However, I haven't been using these things, so I thought I'd repurpose them. This is the cover of a candle, and then the mason jar lid. You probably will find them on all sorts of goods from your kitchen pantry and stuff. So if you have recyclables, definitely repurpose them into this DIY. And if not, you can also buy the stove covers at Dollar Tree. They come with this large one in a pack of 2, and then the medium sized one. The rope is also from Dollar Tree, and so I'm going to start by wrapping the rope around the outer part of the stove cover. You want to make sure you put a generous amount of hot glue and make sure the rope is completely adhered to it. If you don't have it adhered to the item, then it's going to look sloppy and messy. It's just not going to be nice and secure, and it won't give you a nice tight look. So you want to be sure that you glue down the rope very, very well to whatever you're working with. It could be a lid, it could be a piece of foam that you've cut out into the shape of a circle. There is foam as well at the Dollar Tree. So definitely keep your options open when you're working with this DIY. So as you start to wrap the rope, you're going to start applying hot glue, and then see, I started off with the daub, and then I realized no, I need to make sure I put hot glue all the way around. And so now you want to start with your layer effect. So you want to work with the rope nice and tight to the next line of roping that you have down. I am using a combination of this brown type of, it's like a thick twine, and then they have the nautical rope too from the Dollar Tree. There's a few options. You can use the dark nautical, but I just thought it was going to be too heavy for the look that I was trying to achieve. I did want more of like a seagrass look. There is a white rope, and I'll show you. It's more of a nautical themed nautical rope, and it looks quite pretty wrapped as well. So make sure that you're using a variety if you'd like. Also, you can take a paintbrush. If you want to add a little bit of white paint to this rope, you can once it's completed, just stroking, applying a little bit of paint, or you can put like a color that's, you know, matching your room. You can use blues or teals, pinks, whatever you'd like to accent, or even navy blue to accent these. You can kind of give it a washout over top with some paint on a piece of cloth. It would look really, really pretty. So this is the white nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, and I think it looks so pretty. So I wanted a couple pieces that were in this kind of creamish white color, and I'm doing the exact same technique I did on the first one, because these are, you know, flat surfaces, really easy to work with. And then I just wrap this all around until it was completely covered. Make sure you're lining things up very nice and tight up against one another, because you don't want to see what's in behind the rope. So make sure everything is sealed in nice and close. So when you get right to the center, just put a nice amount of hot glue down, and then just keep coiling it in until you get right into the middle, and then just put a dab of hot glue, and then when you snip it off, just press it back down so that everything stays nice and secured into that little space, and then it looks perfect, like just like this. So this one is ready to go. This is my medium size one, so now I have this larger one and the medium one. Now I'm going to work with the smaller pieces here. So I'm using this old paint tray again as my surface to cover, and I'm just I'd rather do this than recycle this, because I was going to, you know, throw this out. I don't even know if this plastic is recyclable, so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to repurpose it and use it as a part of this DIY rather than throwing it out. I just haven't found this paint tray as practical as I thought it would be. So for here, you'll see that there's open spaces, and so as you can see, for the opening parts, I just put glue wherever there was a flat surface. When I run out of that, I have to start attaching the rope to what itself, because see here, it's empty. And then I'm going to actually show you how I do the center, because I realize I need to have a flat surface to finish off the middle. Otherwise, once you press down, you're going to kind of bend the rope down, if that makes sense. So I'm gluing the rope to itself, just kind of going slowly around, not pressing down, but just towards it. Again, if you use a piece of foam, this would not be happening, but I'm trying to work with what I have here. So I'm using some popsicle sticks. I cut it in half. I'm going to secure the popsicle stick from one end to the other, and then I'm actually going to use another piece of popsicle stick and kind of just like a very small crisscross effect. And this way, when I start working on the center where I do the little tiny coiling, I have something to press my fingers down on firmly, and here I will show you exactly what I mean. Again, I want to apologize for my voice. You guys who normally watch my channel probably notice I'm very, very sick, and my voice keeps going in and out. I apologize that it's so raspy. I don't normally talk like this, but it is what it is, and I thought I had to get this video finished for you guys, and I've been sick for over a week, so it's I'm getting better. But this is the finished wheel here, and I'm going to work on a couple more wheels and share with you. See, now we have the 3, and there's a little variation in variety in color, and texture of rope, and also size, which I think will work really nicely once I put these all together. To use the mason jar lid, because they often come apart, just use some hot glue and secure the inner part of the lid right to the outside little border. So now just again, I'm using the darker colored rope here for the tiny little one, and I'm going to I have no patience left for roping, so I'm just hot gluing a bunch of hot glue right in the center, and hoping it doesn't dry. Work really quickly when you're working with hot glue, because when you put it down on metal, it solidifies really quickly, I guess because it's colder. So definitely work really quick when you're using hot glue. If not, then you have to go a little at a time. See, the center had already dried up, so it wasn't sticky anymore. That's what happens when you're not being patient. And make sure you have a nice pair of scissors that cuts really well. And this is the tiny one. So now what you want to do is arrange your pieces on how you would like them to hang on your wall or wherever you are putting them. I'm going to put this in my craft room above one of my display cases. So I'm just arranging how I think it may look nice. And now what you want to do is just flip it over. And I'm going to use these dowels from the Dollar Tree. There are the large long ones. You can use the long popsicle sticks as well. I will share with you. And then you're applying hot glue because you want to secure the pieces to one another. So make sure you put a generous amount of hot glue. Again, because these are open on the back, it's not as easy to play with. If you had something that was flat, of course, and all the same height, then it's a lot easier to work with, popsicle sticks. Make sure where you're putting the popsicle sticks are at the intercepting points of where the two round pieces come together, because you don't want to see that from the front end. So here I'll just share with you how I've kind of manipulated the situation I have here in my favor, using some dowels, some very large popsicle sticks, some smaller popsicle sticks, hot glue, whatever works to get it all stuck together. And then you're going to want to flip it back on its front and hang it. And this will be my completed DIY. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really look forward to sharing more DIYs with you very soon. And until next time, everyone, have a wonderful day. Thank you so very much for watching and putting up with my crazy voice today. But until next time, I hope you guys all have a great one. Bye for now.